Welcome to this press conference on case number 11 and 12 of National Investigation Agency, which relates to arrest of a Pakistani Lashkar-e-Toiba terrorist Bahadur Ali, and subsequent to that an encounter in which 4 Lashkar-e-Toiba Pakistani terrorists were killed and large quantity of arms, ammunition, incriminating material and other documents were recovered from them. I would add one point that whatever I am saying, I told in the beginning that this press conference is about the investigation of case number 11 and 12 of 2016 of NIA. Whatever I will say will be based on oral, documentary, electronic and other kind of documents and evidence which we have collected during the course of investigation. So I'll start by giving you the details relating to these 2 cases. Local residents of Yahama Police Station, Kalamabad, District Kupwara, informed local police on 25th of July 2016 that a suspicious person is moving around and he is trying to mix with the crowd. Underline this word, mix with the crowd. Acting on this information, one person was taken into custody by the local police. On his search, it was found that he was carrying a very powerful radio transmission set. This is an ICOM set, made in Japan, ICOM set.
What set, sir?
ICOM set. Indian currency, some of them could be fake also. Unicode sheets, these are the Unicode sheets. Then GPS and a compass. He could not answer satisfactorily the local police and he was further questioned. And he disclosed that his real name is Bahadur Ali, alias Saifullah, son of Muhammad Hanif, alias Hanifi Devbandi, resident of village Jiabaga near Haloka Bridge, Tehsil Raiwind, District Lahore, Pakistan. He led the police party to a location where he had hidden his AK-47 rifle, 5 magazines full of ammunition, grenades and a host of other warlike equipments which are generally used by combatants, the commando combatants. Bahadur Ali further disclosed, again I am highlighting this point, Bahadur Ali further disclosed that he is part of a big group of terrorists who have been infiltrated into India by Lashkar-e-Toiba to carry out terror attacks in India. He stated that a group of 4 terrorists are also moving in the area to execute an attack in a village called Manibal. Based on this input, security forces were deployed in defensive positions to prevent the attack, and on 26th of July at Manibal, 4 heavily armed terrorists were spotted. On being challenged, they started firing with AK-47 rifles. In the retaliatory firing, all the 4 terrorists were killed. Now in all, 6 radio sets, same ICOM, very powerful wireless sets, made in Japan sets, 4 AK-47 rifles, 4 compass, which you can see, maps, like you can see these are the rubberized maps. Similar maps or almost identical maps were recovered from the terrorists who were involved in Udhampur attack case. these things were recovered. In this connection, 2 cases were registered by the local police and the cases were transferred to National Investigation Agency for investigation. During the course of investigation, as I had said in the beginning, we have collected all kinds of evidence, like these are the physical evidence, electronic evidence, documentary evidence, and oral evidence. And based on these evidence, it has emerged, the evidence has emerged that since the onset of summer of 2016, this year, Lashkar-e-Toiba, with the help of Pakistani forces deployed on the border, has been, has been infiltrating heavily armed, trained terrorists into India with the direction to mix with the local people and create disturbance. I highlight this point, create disturbance and attack police and security forces. Bahadur Ali was member of one of such groups who was directed to take advantage of the current situation in Kashmir and throw grenades by mixing into the crowd. Again, I highlight this last sentence. Another very, very important point, arms, ammunition and equipments which you can see recovered from terrorists, established involvement of military experts. When I say established, that means we have concrete evidence. Established involvement of military experts. For example, engineering modifications done on ICOM sets. Those are made in Japan ICOM sets. To cover whole range of VHF frequency requires a very high degree of training in electronics. All these sets have been suitably modified to cover a whole range of frequency, which are generally not available. Yes?
ICOM.
I'll take questions afterwards. ICOM sets, made in Japan, ICOM sets. Now, the next very important point which shows involvement of military level expertise. Providing the terrorists, like the recovered articles show that providing the terrorists with grid references, like you can see, these are the coded grid references in coded words. Grid references for the route to be followed and use of global positioning system devices, those GPS devices, during their march into India clearly shows that very highly technically qualified people have trained these terrorists. This cannot happen without somebody who is trained in military tactics has trained them. Bahadur Ali was constantly, third very important point, Bahadur Ali was constantly guided and directed by the LET control room, control center, which is called Alpha 3, which was available on a prefixed frequency on ICOM handsets being carried by the terrorists. Like these handsets, the moment they would switch it on, it would get automatically connected to Alpha 3. Then Alpha 3 would guide them to come to a particular frequency and then they would communicate with each other on a regular basis. As per the statement of Bahadur Ali and our other available electronic and other circumstantial evidence, Control Center Alpha 3 is a fixed communication center established at a high altitude peak in Pakistan occupied Kashmir, which is operated with support from Pakistani forces.
The control center was in POK.
Yes. Once the terrorists are inside Indian territory, Alpha 3 guides, directs and controls their operations very, very closely. They would tell them where to go in case of any requirement, from where to get food. They would also guide them what to do, how to mix it to the crowd, where to throw a grenade, all these things. Whenever required, Alpha 3 arranges tactical and material support through previously identified contacts. Now, the fourth very important thing which has come as evidence during communications with Bahadur Ali, Alpha 3 told that the LET cadres, Lashkar-e-Toiba cadres, had been successful in fueling large-scale agitation in Kashmir after Eid subsequent to the death of Burhan Wani in Kashmir. This is a very important point. I'll speak in Hindi also.
Sir, can you repeat this line?
I'll speak in Hindi after I am through with this. No problem. During communications with Bahadur Ali, when Bahadur Ali was talking to Alpha 3, he was there in India for almost like before being captured. He was here for almost a month. So he used to talk to him continuously. So during his conversations, Alpha 3, the person who used to man Alpha 3, had told him that Lashkar-e-Toiba cadres had been successful in fueling large-scale disturbance in Kashmir after Eid, subsequent to the death of Burhan Wani in Kashmir. Further,
large-scale disturbances.
yes,
Thank you.
further investigation, I repeat, NIA investigation, further investigation is continuing on this part of disclosure of Bahadur Ali regarding the role of Lashkar-e-Toiba in the present unrest which is continuing in Kashmir. Now, I'll give you some information about like what Bahadur Ali has disclosed during his questioning. Bahadur Ali was recruited in very important point Jamaatul Dawa by close aides of Hafiz Saeed in the year of 2008 and 9. He was initially given the task of collecting jihad fund in his village. He used to collect money from prefixed locations and deposit it at a central point. Subsequently, Maulana Abdur Rahim, who belonged to the Lashkar-e-Toiba, radicalized him and made him join the Lashkar-e-Toiba by showing video films of alleged atrocities on Muslims in different parts of the world, including India, and exhorting youth to undertake jihad against India to establish Islamic rule there. So this is a common strand which runs. We have seen it happen in other cases also. Similar situation in Naved's case also. Bahadur Ali later on, Bahadur Ali also served in the office of the front-end NGO of Lashkar-e-Toiba, which is Falah-e Insaniyat Foundation. FIF, Falah-e Insaniyat Foundation at Lahore, Pakistan. It is located, this office is located at Liberty Square in Lahore. Bahadur Ali underwent all the three, like generally all the Lashkar-e-Toiba terrorists are given three training courses. Bahadur Ali underwent three training courses organized by the Lashkar-e-Toiba. First, a 15-day Daura-e-Tulba at Manshera in the year of 2013. Daura-e-Tulba is the basic training course for new Lashkar recruits where they are trained in ideology of jihad and also they are given basic training in weapons, handling of weapons. Then he underwent a 21 days Daura-e-Am training course at Aqsa training camp near Muzaffarabad in September and October of 2014. This is the first stage of arms training. Like from Tulba, you are taken to Daura-e-Am. This is common with most of the LET terrorists.